Welcome to another episode of The Success Code. My name is Victor Escalante. I am the host and producer. And in this podcast is where we unlock the psychology, mindset, and strategies behind extraordinary achievement. I'm a consultant, coach, creator of Escalante Mind Recode, where we help people reprogram their subconscious mind for peak performance and purpose-driven success. Each week, we dive deep into the science of success, from breaking mental saboteurs to mastering communication, leadership, and emotional intelligence. You'll hear real stories, powerful breakthroughs, and the proven tools that top performers use to elevate every area of their lives. So if you're ready to upgrade your thinking, align your actions, and tap into limitless potential of your mind, you're in the right place. Today, I have the honor and privilege of having a student of mine and someone that is highly successful in the Houston area in the beauty industry. Help me give a warm welcome to Amanda Lopez. Amanda, welcome to the Success Code.
Hi, good morning, Victor. It's great to be here today. I'm really excited about this.
Tell us, Amanda, you are the founder of the Houston Beauty Group. What are the numbers as of this recording?
As of today, we are about 5.3 thousand, and it's almost been 2 years. So the group has grown exponentially in such a short amount of time. So I'm very excited about that. We're about to hit our 2 year mark.
To what do you attribute a lot of this growth?
I think it's a lot of repetition and dedication to myself. I've put out a lot of work out there. I market a lot to, beauty industry professionals. I go out there, I network, I promote my group, I promote my group online. So, thanks to me and to Rebecca as well. Rebecca is one of my co-hosts. She helps a lot with promoting the group as well.
You two are worker bees out in the community,
Yes.
always promoting some kind of event, some kind of workshop, some kind of training. And how did you get into the beauty industry?
I started around 2018. I went to school, I graduated, and I was kind of just, like pushed into actually I was pushed into the wax industry, and I was completely scared, but I loved it. I loved the income, I loved the feeling, I loved the way I made people feel. So that's kind of how I got pushed into the beauty industry.
So this is an emotional driven business that was just a good match for you at the time. So I understand that you give classes to people that want to get started in the waxing field, and I'm sure there's a whole science to it. Not just anyone can do it.
There's definitely a technique to it, not anyone masters it. I had a great teacher. She was very strict on me. She was like, "Hey," like she would check my work. She would have clients come into me and then she would check it. So I had a great teacher for that, so I'm very thankful. And now sometimes I go to schools and I demonstrate, my teachings to schools. Most schools they don't offer what I offer, so that's what I'm here for as well to help others.
So this is a craft that is passed on from master teacher to apprentice. Is that the way it works?
Yes. Yes. Now people see me as a master and
I'm gonna have to call you Master Shifu.
yes. Not there yet, but I mean there's always something to learn. By teaching I learned a lot.
Absolutely. Now, as a student of mine, you know how, as an instructor, I drill down over and over and over again on the basics. Get the basics right. Because if you get the basics, then you can experiment and go outside of the box But again, have to have a foundation for the basics that you could do it in your sleep. I call it focusing on doing the boring stuff. That again, you develop the discipline, you develop the persistency to be able to do something so well that you have the confidence in promoting yourself in the marketplace. Tell me, what kept you motivated and engaged to really acquire mastery over what you do?
I just started getting a lot of requests. Like, "Hey, can you teach me? Hey," or I saw the gap as well. Um, I saw the gap of, uh, the schools not teaching my craft. So I was like, "Well, I'll try it out."
And so, in your evolution of the waxing craft, because it is a craft, it's a highly specialized craft that you got to know what you're doing so you don't burn people. You got to know what you're doing as far as how to use the products, and you got to know all of the nuance. And again, I'm sure that there's a whole lot more than just rubbing wax and then peeling it off, because it's like that one saying that I heard one time of that particular mechanic, that he was brought in to fix some very expensive machinery, and he did a diagnostic, switched that apart, and he charged them like $10,000. So the person that hired him wanted to know why he was so expensive, and he said it's because nobody else knew how to fix this.
Exactly.
So again, price is relative according to what you know. So it's when you really, really know something so well that you know it inside and out, that you could do it in your sleep. That's when you know that you're a master. That's when you can watch someone and really know right away what they're missing in the execution of the craft. Haven't you seen that?
Yes, I have. Actually, 1 month, I was waxing so many women that I had like a bump on my finger, and I was like, "Okay, once you get that bump on your finger, you know you've mastered it."
Yes. That's kinda like, when you play a guitar, you develop calluses in your fingertips from playing so much. That's how you know. So, Amanda, let's pivot back to the Houston Beauty Group. So you guys are crushing it. What do you typically do with the Houston Beauty Group? Tell the audience that are gonna be listening to you what the group is about.
So I wanted to build a community for us beauty professionals.
Why? Why did you wanna build this community?
I realized that I was going to networking events and it was just not interesting to me. I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn from other beauty business owners. I wanted to learn from salon owners. I wanted other estheticians as myself, solopreneurs, to get more insight on what the beauty world is. So, whenever I had already created this group and I didn't know what I wanted to do with it until I had it for a couple months and I was waiting, I was praying, I was like, okay, like what should I do with it, And finally, I was like, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start doing networking events. I'm gonna do pop-ups for the business owners. That creates more like it highlights the business, and it just expanded. It just blew up. It's expanded to like so many things that I can do with this one group that I have, and the opportunities are endless.
So, tell us what typically happens at a pop-up.
So for a pop-up, we're highlighting the business, uh,
Highlighting means that you're giving them lots of publicity.
publicity.
You're
Okay.
promoting them. Yes.
Exactly. So we're giving them a lot of publicity. Uh, we provide the vendors for the business. We market them, and then we just have like a whole networking slash beauty service event. just for them.
So you bring different vendors together for that particular event that they promote their business as well within the framework or under the umbrella of the business that you're showcasing. Is that correct?
Exactly. Exactly.
And do people typically sell services there, or obviously, if they're promoting their business, they have specials? Is that correct?
Yes. So for these events, either the business can provide, the services at discounted prices, or we also could have other vendors or other beauty professionals to come in and provide their services. And so everyone kind of benefits from it. Like we could have like a massage therapist doing a massage
Sure.
on one side. On the other side, we could have somebody doing IV or IV hydration or Botox.
You're listening to the Success Code Podcast. We'll be right back.
In today's world, one mistake can put your business in legal jeopardy. That's why smart companies trust Decent Business Consulting Services. Founded by a former official spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security, we help businesses stay compliant with immigration laws, manage operational risks, and prepare for any media or crisis communication challenges. Stay informed, stay protected, stay ahead. Decent Business Consulting Services, your partner in risk, compliance, and credibility. Houston, get ready for a one-of-a-kind celebration. It's the first ever Houston Beauty Group Dia de los Muertos celebration, a fusion of beauty, empowerment, and community. Join us Saturday, November 2nd, 12 to 7 p.m. at Tequila 45 Mexican Restaurant, where the vibes will be sizzling. Nova's studio will be on site offering Botox treatments and showcasing their full range of beauty services. Special guest Victor Escalante, renowned mind expert, will be removing phobias on the spot. It's a night of fun, eats, and powerful networking, with free entry, plenty of treats, and no tricks. Sponsorships are still available. For more information, contact Amanda Lopez at 832-643-1402. Mark your calendar and celebrate beauty, confidence, and connection at the Houston Beauty Group Dia de los Muertos. November 2nd at Tequila 45.
And we now return you to the Success Code.
Everyone wins.
The medical beauty industry is exploding, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And you work real closely with a provider of that service. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that brand?
Okay, so Alba is the owner of Nova Studio. She is on RN. You can find her as Alba RN. She has an amazing business concept. She's all over the place. She's a go-getter.
She's like a mall for all kinds of medical beauty services.
Exactly. If you need it, she has it. So shout out to Alba.
And I know her personally, so we can tell listeners that she's I believe she's in training, maybe doing her practicum to be a family nurse practitioner. So she's a clinician. She's an RN and a clinician that again comes from the medical field and understands all these products and services that she offers.
Yes, exactly. She's just a go-getter. I'm very glad to have met her. She's giving me a lot of insight as well as for myself to like practice in my own business and my own brand.
She's a marketing machine herself.
She is, man. I've learned so much from her. And she doesn't even have to tell me.
Yeah. So the Houston Beauty Group, what's been the biggest success to date that you guys have had as a pop-up event?
So when I do the pop-ups, I have worked with Nova Studio, which is with Alba. And we've done one pop-up at a nail salon in Sugarland.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was over a couple hundred people throughout the day.
Wow.
We had food, we had vendors. It was just an amazing event. In and out. The vendors were happy. The clients were happy. Everyone got discounts. So it was a great turnout.
I'm sure the business also loved it.
Of course, the business wants to continue to do pop-up events.
And that's because traditional advertising is no longer working. Okay. I began to see this when I was at the Business Journal. A lot of advertising revenue was fleeing from the traditional media because it wasn't working.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah. So I began to see this when I went to an event as a photographer and I saw the turnout. It was for a assisted living facility that they convened and they were promoting some people were promoting the event and of course, they were able to draw a crowd and of course you get to showcase your business at the event by drawing in these people that never knew about you. And so again, I began to see the pattern back then.
It's insanely crazy how no one uses the foundation of like back in the day when the marketing. And it's funny you mentioned that because we went to the restaurant where we're hosting our next event. They looked at the flyers I had printed out and they were like, "Wow, these are nice." They haven't done that for their restaurant.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
And it's a no-brainer because again, you're bringing a crowd that they're going to consume their products, that I'm sure they will have repeat customers as a result of trying their facility. And who wouldn't say no to that? Because you can spend hundreds or thousands of dollars in TV advertising and it won't get it sometimes no customers at all. But you do an event to where you're enticing them to go check out the event through something else like what you're doing, and they get to taste the food, they get to see the ambiance. It's a no-brainer because it's a win-win.
I think they haven't done that. And I think after the event on this next Sunday, I think they're gonna start handing out more flyers.
They're gonna hire you as marketing manager
Yeah.
now. So, what can people expect at this event?
So for this particular event, we're celebrating Day of the Dead or Dia de los Muertos. And we will have a couple of, vendors outside, posted outside. But this one is actually special because we will actually be doing a beauty mixer.
Okay.
So it'll be, cocktails and engaging with our fellow beauticians as well. Also, we do have a special host who will be joining us that day. And he's actually sitting right in front of me. So
You let the cat out of the bag.
yeah.
Yes, listeners, I will be there, and I want you to come meet us, and Amanda and I, and I want you to bring your phobias because I can do a fast phobia cure. If you're suffering from a lifelong phobia, I can remove that in 15 minutes or less. I've done this. Amanda has seen me at one event that she was hosting where I removed a lady's fear of public speaking in, again, 15 minutes or less. So bring your phobias. There's no tricks, there's only treats.
Yes, I'm excited to have you there. Um, they don't even know what they're gonna expect, but
Should I dress up as a wizard?
I think yes, it should be.
Yeah, okay, okay. Amanda, any final words for our listeners? Tell our listeners three things, three takeaways that they absolutely must understand about success in order to be able to crush it in business.
So, in able to be able to crush it in your own business, I think your first thing that you should work on is your mindset.
Yes.
Don't
Now, long before I met you and you started my certification training in NLP, you were actually already into the mindset, working on your own mindset. And so meeting me and taking my class only just exponentially grew that mindset. So that is highly critical for success, for you to have the success mindset. What else?
Actually, meeting you, it transformed my life. Like, I don't say it just because, you're my teacher, or, or I know you, but it did. It transformed my life. It gave me more clarity on the goals that I wanted. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't have any clue. But after like the classes, and after speaking to you various times, it gave me a lot more clarity. And my mindset is like, okay, on the go, on the go. So, thank you for that. And so, yes, the first one would be mindset. You have to change your mindset.
What's another one?
The other one would be repetition, or consistency. Yeah.
Developing the habit. Because again, like to quote Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza, the neurons that fire together wire together. So you got to have the mental networks by doing repetition, by doing it over and over and over and over again, to where success becomes as a default byproduct of having that discipline, that grit to stick to it. What else?
So the last one would be losing the fear of
Yes.
doing.
Absolutely. Just like children, just like children. Imagine if children were scared to walk. If they're crawling, and one day they decide they want to walk, and they fall and they never try again.
Yeah, no, the good thing is that we get up.
Yes, we overcome our fears. We get up. We may get banged a little bit, or riding a bicycle. I don't know about you, but I nearly broke my arm riding a bicycle or a motorcycle. I nearly lost half of my arm when I had some gravel. But again, you don't let fear stop you. You just work through fear. In fact,
There was
the most successful people that I know of, and again, I've studied all the great founders, they developed a relationship with fear, to where they are not afraid of problems. They run to problems, because again, behind the solving the problem lies a tremendous opportunity. So you can't be afraid of problems. You got to embrace problems as part of the journey, and that's what separates the winners from the losers, because the winners, they are problem solvers for other people. That's why the marketplace rewards them with lots of success.
Yes, definitely.
Amanda, any final words?
Well, thank you so much for having me today. I wanna let the listeners know to reach out to me if you have any
Absolutely.
inquiries about the beauty industry. We will have a lot more services to offer as well, and you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok as Houston Beauty Group.
And we'll have all your contact information in the show notes that listeners can access, so they can connect with you. We're going to have to leave it there, friends. Until next time, go ahead and have a great week.